Assalamu alaikum, Rima. How are you? Is my voice clear to you?
Walaikum salam, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Okay, Preeti also joined. So up till now, can you please review like what have we done in the classes and how much is your practice going as well? Yes, Preeti, how are you?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, so what new things have we learned up till now and regarding your practice, if you're practicing, so how much improvement have you noticed in yourself? And like just a quick review, like up till now, what things have we done?
Yes, ma'am. I feel so much improvement in myself.
Okay, and can you tell me like up till now, what things have you learned?
Yes, ma'am. I learned about the review. How can we type the reviews and the vocabulary for suppose the hotel
Yes, vocabulary, good vocabulary.
vocabulary. Yes.
Okay, good. Yes, Rima. Okay, I had also given you a reading assignment. So if you can read that part in front of me, I had sent you the notes. So if you can open them in front of you, you can read the given paragraph one by one.
Okay, ma'am. Can you see us? Show us the screen.
Okay, you want me to show that on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Or ma'am, you give us to another assignment.
Yes, one was writing the review. Second one was you the
The
paragraph.
documentary. Yes.
Yes, that documentary also. Yes, I remember now. You had to watch the documentary exactly. Yes, Preeti, you can start with that. Till the time I can open the those notes for you. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the documentary I understand a little bit, but I wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The story was Athens is related by Plato, only where a real event their word would be the story, based in many cutleries, not just Plato. He got a story handed down through Solon, who was told the story of before the Dark Ages by Egyptian, and it was from the city of Elaton due to an earthquake. That's it.
The city of. Okay.
Yes.
It was a brief review, and I like it that you have mentioned like it's a very quick summary actually. Okay, good. Yes, Rima, what about you?
Ma'am, I not understand fully, but little bit, and I also don't like this commentary. And I'm not interested.
Wasn't of your interest, okay?
Yes, ma'am. But it seems that they actually saw. They say that they said that there is a place Atlantis that actually do not exist, but the writer Plato find different islands, and they find at different islands their samples of that land.
Mm-hmm.
And they different researchers research different islands, and they find that sign of Atlantis, that they read that it exists, that sign. There was
Mm-hmm.
a different islands, and research about it, that different places underwater, they go underwater, and
Mm-hmm.
they also there was just different क्या कहते हैं उसको, पुरानी चीजें जो होती हैं वो
Ancient.
डिफरेंट है, ancient things. They research about it, and they relate with the Atlantis uh, place of Atlantis.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good, Rima. Even if without understanding, without any interest, you could tell me this much. Then if you would have interest, then how much long would you tell me?
Yes, I just saw the video, uh, forwarding some minutes forward. And
Okay.
then,
You were watching it while forwarding it. Okay.
yes.
All right. Okay, but still, it's a good effort. So basically, you need to listen to something on daily basis. Okay, so are you people interested in watching like any English movies, or Rima would might be habitual of watching cartoons with her kids, if because kids love to watch cartoons, and we as mothers, we sometimes have to sit with them as well. So you might be also listening to those, if this goes on at your place, because everyone has their own routine. But yes, this is my own experience, that if like with kids, you can listen to the cartoons, because you have to sit, and you sometimes you also absorb what is going on over there. So but anything like which you are interested to watch, like mostly we like to watch movies, English movies. So I would recommend you people to, like, listen to something on daily basis, which is easier for you, which you find it more interesting to listen, so that you can actually get some more vocabulary words, and you are habitual of listening to that different accent as well. So yes, Rima, what thing do you like to watch in English or listen to in English?
I don't watch so much movies. It's been so time that I don't watch any movie.
So do you watch cartoons with your kids or your
Yes, they it cartoons भी interested हो तो फिर इनके graphics
okay?
अच्छे लगते हैं.
All right. So you can listen to cartoons like for a few minutes daily, for 10 minutes, which
I
you might
watched,
be
ma'am.
doing as well.
I watched nowadays. My daughters saw the Mansha stories.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting.
You're watching or
They
listening to them.
yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Preeti, yes, what about you? What do you like to listen to in English? Do you like to watch movies or anything else?
No, ma'am, I don't like movies to watch.
Okay, so any like form of English which you love to listen?
Ma'am, I watch to see on YouTube some English videos.
Okay, okay, okay. So you can watch those movies like on daily basis, those clips on daily basis, so that you're in a habit to understand and listen to this particular accent, so that you can improve yourself much more, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I have this paragraph in front of me. So who would like to read out first? Yes, Preeti, would you start?
Yes, ma'am. The lost city of Atlantis is a fictional island mentioned in Politas' works. Demonses and Kirtises where is represent the antagonist novel power. They that mean they what is this?
That precedes.
That Briseis. Ancient Theseus is the story. Theseus was able to repel the Atlantic attacks unlike any other nation of the unknown world, supposedly giving testament to the superiority of politic concept of the state as described in his work The Republic. At the end of the story, Atlantis eventually fell out of favor with the gods and famously submerged in the Atlantis Ocean.
Yes.
Despite its minor importance in Poland's work, the Atlantean story has had a considered impact on literature. They illustrate what the
Literature and the allegorical aspect.
illegal accept of Atlantis was taken upon in Aabkn works of several
Renaissance.
Renaissance writers such as Bacon's New Atlantis and more Aabkn. Polton's wagon indicates of the time of the events more than 90,000 years of his days, and the age is located of Atlantis beyond the pierces of Hercules and
Hercules.
Hercules and the area at that entrances to the
Strait.
Strait of
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar has led to much
Pseudoscientific.
pseudoscientific. Suppose
Speculation.
speculation is a consequence. Atlantis has been a beyond for an and all supposed
Advanced.
pre-
Prehistoric.
prehistoric lost
Civilizations.
civilizations and continues to
Inspire.
sorry, inspires
Yes. Contemporary fiction.
contemporary fiction from comic books to for films
To films.
to films.
Mhm.
But is Atlantis real?
Yes, many
Ma-
teams of scientists.
Many teams of scientists have tried to identify the location of the lost city of Atlantis in vain. Many of the proposed sites share some of the characteristics of the Atlantis story. Water,
Catastrophic.
catastrophic and relevant period, but none has been demonstrated to be a true historical Atlantis.
Demonstrated to be a true historical Atlantis. Okay. There were some mistakes, Preeti. The word is Plato, Plato. It's Plato, right? Plato. And then there was a word literature and utopia. Utopia, utopia, right? Rest of them, I was correcting you while you were reading. I would prefer if you can read out this again and you can send me an audio because there were some words in which you were getting stuck. If you have any issue, I can tell you while if you face any difficulty in pronouncing the words, I can send you the pronunciation as well. But please try to practice it more because in many words you didn't know how to pronounce them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Rima. Hey, Rima, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
The lost city of Atlantis is a fictional island mentioned in Plato's work Timaeus and Critias, where it represents the antagonist naval power that besieged ancient Athens. In the story, Athens was able to repel the Atlantean attack, unlike any other nation of the known world. I suppose, given the testament to the superiority of Plato's concept of a state as described in his work The Republic. At the end of the story, Atlantis eventually falls out of favor with the gods and famously submerges into the Atlantic Ocean.
Good.
Despite its minor importance in Plato's work, the Atlantis story has had a considerable impact on literature. The allegorical aspect of Atlantis was taken up in the utopian works of several Renaissance writers, such as Bacon's New Atlantis and More's Utopia. Plato's vague indications of the time of the events more than 9,000 years before his day and the alleged location of Atlantis, beyond the Pillars of Hercules, an area to the entrance to the Strait of Gibraltar, has led to much pseudo-scientific speculation. As a consequence, Atlantis has become a byword for any and all supposed advanced prehistoric lost civilizations and continues to inspire contemporary
Sorry, yes.
fiction from comic books to films. Many teams of scientists have tried to identify the location of the lost city of Atlantis in vain. Many of the proposed sites share some of the characteristics of the Atlantis story. Water, uh, catastrophic,
Catastrophic.
catastrophic and relevant period, but none has been demonstrated to be a true historical Atlantis.
Very good. I think you have practiced a lot, Rima.
Thank you, ma'am.
It was really good. Okay, so let's have a today's session. Today we're going to learn some phrases in the start, and then we're going to learn something about different parts of a meeting, how to introduce yourself in a meeting, both formal and informal, then how to ask different questions, how to make different suggestions, how to accept, how to reject suggestions. So we're going to discuss all these things regarding the meeting part. And then, yes, first we're going to discuss some phrase for extreme emotions. Extreme emotions means like extremely angry, extremely happy, extremely annoyed. We have different emotions. So we're going to discuss all the phrases today. So first one is, you can see on the screen, it is hit the ceiling. Hit the ceiling means to get very angry and upset. We can also use like first if we have, if suddenly we get angry, so we can also use the phrase go ballistic or blow a fuse. Like suddenly you got angry on something, right? So we can use the phrase go ballistic or blow a fuse. Okay,
Ma'am,
so
can
for
you
now,
repeat?
yes. The first one is hit the ceiling. Is there some voice coming from my background? If yes, just let me know. Or is my voice pretty clear? Any sound coming from behind me which is irritating you people?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, so first one is hit the ceiling. Hit the ceiling means if you get very angry and upset on anything, right? So you can say, my boss hit the ceiling when I told him I would lost the documents, right? Like when you lost the documents and then yes, the boss hit the ceiling. Or if you have to express sudden anger, then you can say go ballistic or blow a fuse, right? For sudden anger, you can say go ballistic or blow a fuse. Okay, so if this is clear, yes, is this clear to both of you? Hit the ceiling, go ballistic, and blow a fuse. These are three
Ma'am,
different
second
phrases.
go ballistic mean?
Go ballistic and blow a fuse means if you want to express your sudden anger, like for example, someone, really, you gave something to someone and they broke it, or your maid broke something, some utensil, some glass utensil, and you went ballistic. You suddenly had an anger. So if you're expressing your sudden anger, then that means you have gone ballistic, or you have blown a fuse. Okay, you blown a fuse means like you're very very angry, you're expressing it. आपको एक अचानक से गुस्सा आ रहा है, आप उसको express कर रहे हैं, right? Okay, yes, Preeti, is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay, so I would want you people to use this phrase in a sentence. Let me tell you the other one as well. Then we are going to use both of the phrases in sentences. We're just going to use this phrase, hit the ceiling in the sentence, right? Hit the ceiling. You can see the example in front of you. My boss hit the ceiling when I told him I had lost the documents, right? Okay. Second one is dying to. Dying to is a phrase and we always use it with a verb. Like after dying to, we add a verb. So if you want to do something very much, you can say, I am dying to go in that restaurant. I'm dying to watch this movie. So you can see dying to के बाद watch आ रहा है, go आ रहा है. These are verbs. So, or I'm dying to see the new movie. The example is the same, which I just quoted. So we mostly use the phrase, we know this phrase dying to, like we really want that thing to happen so intensely. So it's pretty easier because we are most habitual of listening to this phrase. All right. So now let's practice these two phrases. Yes, Rima, would you start? Hit the ceiling.
Yes, ma'am. I get hit the ceiling when my children creating so much mess in room.
I will hit the ceiling or I hit the ceiling.
I hit the ceiling.
I hit the ceiling when my kids create a mess in their room. Okay. Yes, Preeti. Hit the ceiling. Yes, Preeti, are you there? We are doing all the phrases because, learning the phrases, it really helps you out while you are conversating. We have done some phrase before as well. So I would really appreciate if you, keep on practicing, or even if you just go through those phrases once, so that you can memorize a few of them and you can use when you have to use them or when some situation arises. So these are really helpful in communication. Yes, Preeti. We are waiting for your sentence, hit the ceiling. I hit the ceiling when I feel hot. Okay, so you get angry when you feel hot. Okay, okay, it's good. Okay, second one is dying to. Dying to. Yes, Preeti, I think you should continue with your turn. Dying to.
I am dying to watch TV.
I'm dying to watch TV. Okay, or you can say I'm dying to watch my favorite serial on the TV. Like you can specify, like what thing are you dying to watch?
I am dying to watch to see my new serial.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, yes, Rima, dying to.
I'm dying to start work with you.
I'm dying to start working with you.
Working. Okay.
Good, good. That's really good. Okay, now let's come to the second set of phrases. Number three, the third phrase for today to express extreme emotion is a dream come true. We all know that, like, if we're really happy and if we wanted something to happen and it happened, so that this is the phrase we use, a dream come true. Going to the World Cup final was a dream come true. Like you wished for it, you had a dream, and then you were able to fulfill your dream. So we can use the phrase a dream come true. Number four is heart sank. Heart sank, it shows that if you are starting to feel sad, disappointed, or discouraged. So, for example, you can say, my heart sank when I saw my test grade. Like when we really work so hard and even then we get a bad grade, so yes, we feel really disappointed, discouraged, or if even if some other scenario. So this is a very interesting phrase, heart sank. All right, so yes, Preeti, a dream come true.
My dream come true. A dream come true when I see my parent happy.
Okay, you can use it like this. Seeing my parents happy was a dream come true.
Okay.
It's better if we use this phrase in the second part of the sentence. You can see, like in the example, going to the World Cup final was a dream come true. So it has come in the second part of the sentence, right?
Okay.
Okay, good effort. Yes, Rima.
My dream come true when I got my degree.
Okay. Or you can also see the same. Getting my degree was a dream come true. Or getting my, like, which degree, bachelor's degree or master's degree, you can specify as well. All right. Number 4, heart sank. Yes, Preeti.
My heart sank when I can't make correct sentence.
My heart sank when I couldn't make.
When I
When I couldn't,
couldn't.
because you have used sang. Sang is the past tense. My heart sang when I couldn't make correct sentences. Okay, so no need to sink your heart, Preeti. You just need to stay motivated, and we are learning, right? We are learning. So we are going to learn through mistakes. Whenever we make mistake, the next time we don't do it because we remember that we had done a mistake. So next time we are more careful. So it's
Yes.
always a good thing to make a mistake, because in that way you're learning. Okay, Rima. So when did Rima's heart sank?
Thinking, ma'am.
You're thinking, okay, take your time, no issues. There would be a time when you would have felt really sad or disappointed, or someone discouraged you.
My heart sank when someone break my heart.
Okay, my heart sank when someone breaks my heart, or when someone broke my heart. Okay, it's good. All right, next set of phrases. Okay, when you are anxious and you are in suspense and you want to know something, so that is called as on pins and needles. So you know we can use this for women most of the time, because if we want to hear something, we're very in a suspense. Okay, what is going to happen? So we are on pins and needles. So how can we use this phrase? We were on pins and needles waiting to hear if we won the contest, right? So like the contest has been done, it's completed, so it's now time for announcement of results. So they were on pins and needles, were very anxious, very in suspense to know what is going to happen in the future. And number 6 is kicking myself. Kicking myself, you can they have a very good idea from the phrase that you can only kick yourself if you think that you have done something wrong. So if in anything you regret, so that is called as kicking myself. For example, you can say, I am kicking myself for not booking the flight yesterday. मुझे पछतावा हो रहा है. Basically it means मुझे पछतावा हो रहा है, right? I am kicking myself. Okay, number 7 is shaking like a leaf. It's very clear. We always shake when we are in fear or we are nervous. So if you're extremely afraid or nervous, you can use the phrase shaking like a leaf. So I was shaking like a leaf after I heard an explosion on the train. So if you are extremely afraid, so you can use the phrase shaking like a leaf. Okay, I hope the 3 of them are clear to both of you. If not, I can explain them to you again.
Number 6, can you repeat?
Which one, Preeti?
On pin and needles.
Okay, on pins and needles. देखिए उसको हम क्या कहते हैं उर्दू में, कि आप when you are really anxious to know something, when you are waiting for the results to be announced, or for any any suspense to be opened up. So, and you're waiting for the other to announce, okay, that what has been decided or what we are going to do. So in that case, we mean that we are on pins and needles. कि हम सुइयों के ऊपर हैं कि हमें बेचैनी लगी हुई है, that we want to know what is going to happen, you know. So anxious means बेचैनी. You want to know something really bad, and you are in suspense. You don't know, like आप suspense में कि okay, what is going to happen, you know, and you want to know the results or what thing is being hidden from you. You're waiting for it to be announced. So उसको हम कहते हैं कि we are on pins and needles, right? Is it clear now, Preeti? Yes, Preeti, is this phrase clear to you? On pins and needles.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. So can you try to make a sentence of it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm thinking.
Okay, Rima, can you make till that time?
My kid on pins and needles when he is opening his gift.
Very good. My kid is on pins and needles when he's opening his gift because he's anxious to see what is inside. Okay. Yes, Preeti.
I am on pins and needles to see my new dress.
Very good to see my new dress. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Yes, the second one is kicking myself. Yes, Rima.
I kicking myself when I missed the chance of that job.
I am kicking myself due to missing a good chance of a job. Okay. Yes, Preeti. Kicking myself.
I am kicking myself for not wasting too much money.
For not?
Wasting too much money.
For not wasting too much money. Okay. For wasting too much money or for not wasting too much money?
For not.
So you wanted to spend more money.
Not wanted to spend too much money.
So you can say, I am kicking myself for wasting too much money. कि आपको पछतावा हो रहा है कि आपने बहुत पैसे जाया कर दिए. If I am understanding it correctly, which you are trying to say, or if you are trying to say something else.
मैंने ये सेंटेंस बनाया है कि मुझे पछतावा हो रहा है कि मैंने इतनी ज्यादा मनी क्यों वेस्ट की.
क्यों वेस्ट किए?
जी.
एग्जैक्टली. तो देखिए वही बनेगा ना, आई एम किकिंग माई सेल्फ फॉर वेस्टिंग टू मच मनी.
ओके. तो नॉट यूज नहीं होगा.
नॉट यूज नहीं होगा. ओके. यस, रीमा. शेकिंग लाइक अ लीफ.
I'm shaking like a leaf of my father's anger.
To see my father's anger. ठीक है? To see my
Okay, ma'am.
father's, you know, basically you need to work on the connectings, क्योंकि जब आप उसको connect करते हैं तो फिर बीच में ना there's something actually that you make a blunder, you make a mistake. So connection में the sentence should be right. Okay, yes, Preeti.
I was shaking like a leaf after making a mistake.
Okay, good. Okay, so the last set of phrases. Pumped up. You can see the child, she's pumped up, you know, very excited. So for very excited, you can use the word pumped up. I am pumped up about the concert this weekend, right? Okay, so sometimes, you know, you can also use a phrase like with only pumped. I am pumped about the concert this weekend. You can also skip up, you can also add an up. So it's your choice. Okay? But the basic, the word pumped, it means very excited. I am pumped about the concert this weekend. Ninth one is floored. Floored means surprised. If you are surprised about anything. For example, I was floored by all the help we received after our son was in a serious accident. Means I was surprised by all the help we received after our son was in a terrible accident. And number 10 is drives me up the wall. Drives me up the wall means annoyed. If you're very angry, like you're very annoyed, so you can see, you can use the word drives me up the wall. So there was another phrase which we used for anger. What was that, if you can remember? For anger, we discussed one more phrase.
Yes, ma'am. Go ballistic.
Yes, it was go ballistic. Okay, and the main phrase was?
Hitting the ceiling.
Yes, hit the ceiling. Yes. Okay, so that one was, so if we're in anger, either you are hitting the ceiling or you are driving like someone is driving you up the wall. Okay, it drives me up the wall when people answer their cell phones in English class, right? Okay, like मुझे बहुत गुस्सा आता है जब लोग अपनी इंग्लिश की क्लास में they are answering their cell phones. All right. So these are very simple phrases. So let's try to make their sentences very quickly. Yes. Pumped up. Okay, Preeti, would you like to start first this time?
Yes, ma'am. I am pumped up to see my result.
Very good. Okay, Rima.
I pumped up to visit northern areas.
I am pumped up to visit northern areas. Okay. Next one, floored.
I was floored my sister on his birthday.
I was floored. Can you repeat?
My sister on his birthday.
Okay, I floored my sister on her birthday. Like you surprised her, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Okay, I floored my sister on her birthday. Okay? Okay. Rima.
I flew to see my birthday party.
I am floored to see or I was floored. I was surprised. I was floored to see my birthday. Like you can see, like exactly in place of surprised, you just have to use this phrase floored. जैसे आप surprise को use करेंगे, the main sentence will not change. It will stay the same. But you just adding the word floored instead of surprised. Okay, drives me up the wall. Yes, Preeti.
It drives me up when someone disturbs me on taking class.
When someone disturbs me while taking class. While taking class. Nice. Yes, Rima.
It drives me up the wall when someone misbehaves with me.
When someone misbehaves with me. Okay, good. Okay, so how many phrases do you remember? And can you tell me the meanings as well? We did, I think we did 8 phrases, 10 phrases. Okay. So how many of you of them do you remember along with their meanings? Let's see. Yes, Rima.
I don't understand what I'm trying to say.
I'm asking like how we have done 10 phrases. So how many of them do you remember along with their meanings?
Today we are going
Yes,
done phrase.
yes, right now we did 10 phrases. So do you remember any of them? You can tell me any of those phrases which we have just done along with their meanings. You don't remember any of them?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Preeti, do you remember any of the phrases which we have done right now?
Yes, ma'am, right now.
Yes.
जो अभी भी है ना phrases वो
Yes, which we have just done.
Yes, I remember.
Okay, so can you tell me some of the phrases and their meanings?
The first is hit the ceiling.
Your sound is not clear, Preeti.
The first is hit the ceiling.
Very good.
Its meaning means anger or upset.
Very good.
Okay, and the other is a dream came true.
Very good. And its meaning is?
Means when someone's dreams came true. It's, when
Hmm.
someone came want something and it's come.
Very good. Yes.
Okay, and heart sank.
Okay.
Heart sank means someone disappointed.
Yes. Heart sank. Heart sank.
Heart
Okay.
heart
Yes.
sank. Okay, and on pins and needles.
On pins and needles.
ओके मीन्स एंजाइटीज जो होती हैं जानना होता है क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं
Yes. Yes.
और वह डाइंग टू के जो आगे उसके साथ वर्ब भी यूज होता है
All right. Okay. Dying to, and we always add a verb just after that. Very good.
यस एंड किकिंग माई सेल्फ
Kicking myself. Yes. Very
मीन्स अपने
good.
आप को पुश करना होता है किसी भी चीज के लिए
Yes. Very good.
एंड पम्प्ड अप मीन्स एक्साइटेड किसी चीज के लिए हो जाना
Very good.
एंड फ्लोर्ड
Floored means
मीन्स सरप्राइज
surprise. Very good. Very good.
एंड ड्राइव्स मी अप उस चीज का भी मतलब वही है कि गुस्सा आना या कुछ
Drives me up the wall.
ओके ड्राइव्स मी अप द वॉल
Yes. Okay. Yes. It also means to get annoyed. Okay.
annoyed
Very good. Very good. Okay. So now let's move on to the meeting part. Like, for example, you are in a meeting, in a professional meeting. So obviously, sometimes the meetings are like, or sometimes you are in a training session and you have to introduce yourself. So if you are in your office and everyone knows you, so it means you have to introduce yourself informally. But if you are in a training session in which you don't know the other participants around you, so you have to introduce yourself formally. So I'm going to share the different formats of both the formal and informal meetings, introductions, how to do that. So basically you can see we have to mention these three things. You have to say your name, you have to say your job title, and you have to describe your responsibilities. So first one is like you can describe it like this. I am a project manager. Okay, so you can see I've added two articles, a and the. So can you specify where do we use a and where do we use the? This might be difficult to assess, but let's see if you can get to the point. I am a project manager. I am the project manager. So what do both of these sentences
the
mean?
mean a specific project is given by the person
Okay.
and mean a group or something
Okay, so let me tell you, like for example, if you're working somewhere and you are the only project manager over there, only project manager, like no one else is sharing the same position with you, so you can say I am the project manager, like I am the only one in this position. But if in the company, if there are like more than one project managers, so then you can say I am a project manager. I know,
ma'am can you
your point
repeat
was correct. Yes, I repeat, your point was correct. We always use the with the specific one, like with the specific ones means that you are the only project manager in that organization. ठीक है, आई एम द प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर मीन्स कि आपके साथ वहां पे और कोई नहीं है. और यू कैन से आई एम अ प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर, लाइक अगर आपके साथ और भी लोग वहां पे इसी डेजिग्नेशन पे काम कर रहे हैं, सो यू कैन से आई एम कि मैं एक प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर हूँ, बिकॉज यू नो दैट दे आर अदर प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर्स ऑल्सो वर्किंग इन द सेम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है, आई होप यू आर गेटिंग इट. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी कैन डू दिस इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ schools. Like schools may what is there, like we have many teachers in the school. So for example, if we have a training session of all the teachers, so if they have to introduce themselves, what are they going to say? They're going to say, I am Sarah, I am a teacher. ठीक है, I am a teacher means क्योंकि because in the school there are many other teachers also. But if she is the coordinator and she is the only coordinator of the school, so she's going to say I am the coordinator, क्योंकि वो एक coordinator होगी, और अगर उसके साथ एक दो और होंगी तो she is going to say I am a coordinator. ठीक है, सो अगर आपकी एक डेजिग्नेशन पे और लोग भी हो उसी सेम पोजीशन पे तो आप अ का आर्टिकल यूज करेंगे. बट इफ यू हैव लाइक सॉरी अगर आपके साथ वहाँ पे और भी लोग होंगे सेम पोजीशन में तो आप यूज करेंगे. बट इफ यू आर द ओनली वन ऑफ दैट पोस्ट यू गोइंग टू यूज आर्टिकल द. आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर टू बोथ ऑफ यू. Using a or the, like only this is applied for while giving your introduction when you're working somewhere. Okay, wonderful. Okay, then you're going to say what are your responsibilities. You're going to say I am in the engineering department, or I work in the marketing department, because you know that these departments are only one in every organization. You don't have like more than two marketing departments or more than one sales department. You only have one marketing department, one sales department, one HR department. ठीक है, so इसलिए हमने यहाँ पे use किया है the. I am in the marketing department. And then you're going to discuss like आपकी responsibilities क्या हैं. For example, I manage each project from start to finish. मैं हर project को manage करता हूँ शुरू से लेके end तक. और I am responsible for web analytics and testing. Or I handle purchasing and our negotiations with suppliers. So basically it's for more professional people who are working somewhere. So let's start it off like this. I want you people to like just think, if suppose you're working somewhere relevant to your study which you have done. So supposingly, like if you would be working somewhere, so what would be your job title, what would be your responsibilities, and what would you be doing over there? So let's start off with that. Okay, before that, okay, let me tell you about this one as well. Okay, now this is a formal introduction in which you don't know the people who are sitting with you in the meeting. If they don't know you or you don't know them, means you have to give a formal introduction. So you can say, my name is Sarah and I am the marketing manager here. You can see the means she is the only marketing manager here. I handle online advertising and web analytics, because we know that marketing, the people who are in marketing, they have to manage the online advertising and they have to manage all the web stuff as well. So she has mentioned her responsibility, what she has to do. Then this one is the informal introduction. Hi, you can see it's starting with the hi. So for informal ones, we can use hi, hello, and I'm Sarah. I am in the sales department. I manage our sales team, right? So the only difference is in the starting part where we have to tell your name. Like over here you just say my name is Sarah, or over here you say hi, I'm Sarah. बाकी आपका पूरा इंट्रोडक्शन सेम वही चलेगा जो आपका वैसे चलता है. Okay, so you can think about your roles, like if you would be working somewhere, so what would be your job title, what would be your job responsibility, and supposingly if you are in a meeting where you have to formally introduce yourself, so how will you introduce yourself formally?
मैम हमें सिर्फ अपने ऐसे इंट्रोड्यूस करना है ना?
Exactly. Introduce yourself formally.
तो मैं अपना इंट्रोड्यूस करूँ?
Yes, you can start.
Okay. So my name is Preeti. I am in the web developer and I handle my team.
Okay, can you repeat your introduction?
Yes. My name is Preeti. I am in the web developer and I handle my team.
I am a web developer. Okay, I handle my team. Okay, you handle your team, but आपने ये नहीं बताया कि team तो handle सब करते हैं, but like what is your main job responsibility? जी प्रीति, आपने स्टार्ट किया अपने नाम के साथ, my name is Preeti. Then what did you say? I am in the
Web developer.
ओके, आई एम अ वेब डेवलपर। ठीक है, आपने यहाँ बता दी कि आपका जॉब टाइटल क्या है, आई एम द वेब डेवलपर। ठीक है, और वेब डेवलपर की क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है? व्हाट ही और शी हैज टू डू?
Yes, ma'am. I'm writing.
Okay, you're writing. Okay, till the time, Rima, can you start like with your formal introduction?
My name is Reema. I am the digital marketer. I can handle different platforms of social media.
Okay, I can handle.
Different platforms of social media.
Okay, good. Good. You have like briefly introduced what are you and what do you do. Okay. Yes, Preeti, back to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you can explain?
Like for a web developer, like
Yes.
they have to obviously they have to analyze all the web analytics and they have to work on the on developing of new websites, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Okay, so you can start off like this now that I develop different websites by looking at the web analytics. Okay, all right. Okay, so after your introduction, obviously, you know, because whenever you're in a training, so they always ask you to introduce yourself just to break the ice. Break the ice means that, you know, they want the participants to start, you know, feeling comfortable so they can communicate, they can interact with the trainer or with the person who is starting the meeting. ठीक है, जैसे like for example, like if you think of my way, what do? I always want you people to speak more. So when we start the first session, I ask different questions from you know, basically I want you people to tell one lie or one truth about you, or briefly introduce yourself, just to, you know, have that connection between you and me. So this is called as to break the ice. So even if you have to conduct a meeting in the future with your team, so in that case, obviously it's always a thing, like the first thing is that you have to go by the introduction. You have to ask everyone them to briefly introduce themselves, right? Okay, then the next thing is, okay, it's 5 o'clock. Let's have a short namaz break and let's pray asr. I'm going to resume inshallah at 5:10 from here, like how to make suggestions, how to accept suggestions, and how to reject suggestions. Like for example, if someone in the meeting like they made a suggestion, if you have to accept it, then how can you accept it and how can you reject it? So we have different phrases for that, for each one of these three categories, right? So let's resume inshallah at 5:10. You can pray us a prayer till that time, inshallah. Yes, Assalamu alaikum. I hope both of you are here so that I can resume. Ji, you can just tell me in the chat box if you're here so I can start. All right, okay. I just saw your message. Okay, so up till now we were doing about the meetings part, that how to introduce yourself. If you know everyone in the meeting, you have to give like a very informal introduction by starting with hi or hello. But if you don't know anyone, so you have to give a formal introduction. Okay, so then obviously in a meeting we have to make many suggestions. Like if you have something in your mind, you have to put your point of view, and if someone put their point of view, so if you're accepting that, how to accept their point of view, or if you disagree, then how to disagree politely. So let's learn different phrases about these three different things. So if you have to make suggestions, so how you can make suggestions? For example, you can say, just focus on these words. Okay, the first one is we ought to. Ought to means we shall, right? We ought to give new clients a gift from the company. So for example, like if you are in the marketing one, or if you are, like for your respective fields, if you want to, start up something new, so you can give your own idea. So you can start off like this, we ought to, like we should. Ought to means we should. Okay, or you can say we might want to consider looking for another engineer to help with this. Like for example, if you're not like satisfied with the old person, so you can like simply say we might want to consider. So you can use the phrase we ought to. Ought to means if you think that something should be done, or we might want to consider, हमें इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए. और आई थिंक वी शुड, आई थिंक कि वो आपका ख्याल है, आई थिंक वी शुड मेक दिस अ प्रायोरिटी फॉर दिस मंथ, कि हमें इस बात को इस मंथ में वी शुड फोकस ऑन दिस थिंग फर्स्ट. सो वी ऑट टू, or we might want to consider, or I think. These are three different phrases which can be used if you want to make a suggestion. Okay, all right. The second one is, like for
Excuse me, ma'am.
example, yes.
We might want to consider mean.
हमें इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए, हमें इसको कंसिडर मतलब हमें इस बारे में, वही बात है कि सोचना चाहिए इस बारे में कि हम एक और इंजीनियर को अपनी कंपनी में हायर कर लें. लाइक अगर आपने किसी को ये बताना है कि हमें इस बात के बारे में सोचना चाहिए कि ऐसी जैसी होनी चाहिए, सो इन दैट केस यू कैन यूज द फ्रेज वी माइट वांट टू कंसिडर. माइट मीन्स कि हमें शायद इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए. माइट कम्स इन द मीनिंग ऑफ मे, MAY, मेक, लाइक वी मे कंसिडर, हम शायद इस बारे में सोचें. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली आप बहुत पोलाइट टोन में उनको अपनी सजेशन की तरफ उनको आप इंक्लाइन कर रहे हैं कि हमें इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए कि हम ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं, वो भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली आई एम टेलिंग यू डिफरेंट फ्रेजेस which if you want to suggest something, then how to do that. Okay. अच्छा, अब इसमें दो तरह की चीजें आ जाती हैं. लाइक इफ यू हैव टू शो ऑब्लिगेशन, ऑब्लिगेशन मीन्स दैट दिस थिंग शुड बी डन इन एनी केस. ऑब्लिगेशन मीन्स फर्ज, मतलब इसको हम फर्ज की फॉर्म कैटेगरी में ले जाते हैं कि ये चीज मतलब हमें हर हाल में करनी ही चाहिए. सो व्हाट यू कैन से वी हैव टू इम्प्रूव, लाइक हमें इसको इम्प्रूव करना है, द वे वी कलेक्ट एंड रिकॉर्ड सेल्स डेटा, और वी नीड टू फाइंड, हमें ढूंढने की जरूरत है. सो आप देखिए इन दोनों फ्रेजेस में आपकी कंपल्शन जो है वो जाहिर हो रही है कि वी हैव टू डू दिस थिंग, देयर इज नो अदर वे आउट. ठीक है. वी नीड टू फाइंड अ चीपर सोल्यूशन, और बजट इज वेरी टाइट. ठीक है, लाइक अभी आपको से बताइए कि आपका फोकस आप रखें यहाँ तक, लाइक द इनिशियल फ्रेजेस, वी नीड टू फाइंड, वी हैव टू इम्प्रूव। ठीक है, अच्छा ये आपका शो हो गया कि अगर वो चीज है जो कि इट्स वेरी कंपल्सरी एंड विदाउट दैट देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन। अच्छा, या फिर अगर आपको लगता है कि यू नीड टू गिव सम नेगेटिव स्टेटमेंट्स, लाइक फॉर नेगेटिविटी मीन्स दैट इफ you are going to give some negative suggestion, you can say we shouldn't rush this, we need to think it through carefully। ठीक है, मतलब कि हमें जरूरत नहीं है अभी, हमें अभी इस बारे में बहुत जल्दी करने की जरूरत नहीं है, वी शुडंट रश दिस, इसकी भी इतनी जल्दी करने की जरूरत नहीं है। और वी डोंट नीड टू हायर न्यू स्टाफ एट द मोमेंट। अगर कोई, अगर सपोज अक्सर लोग मीटिंग्स में कहते हैं कि वी नीड मोर टीम, सो यू कैन, द मैनेजर कैन से वी डोंट नीड टू हायर, कि हमें भी हायर करने की जरूरत नहीं है, right? Okay, so I hope these are clear to you, how to make suggestions and how to show something is very important and it should be done, and to show that something like is not like you don't agree with something, or you're basically rejecting the statement कि अभी इसकी जरूरत नहीं है। So I would want both of you to think of one suggestion and one obligate suggestion, कि वो suggestion जिसमें आपको लगता है कि that is very important which should be done, and one negative statement like which you are suggesting कि आपको लगता है कि वो suggestion जा रही है कुछ negative side पे। So I want you people to make 3 sentences making suggestion, to show obligatory suggestion which is very important, very compulsory, and third one is like if you suggest that this thing shouldn't be done. I know you would be needing some time for it, so you can take a minute, but it should be regarding something professional. Okay, Rima, like you discussed about social media marketing, so are you doing it right now? Are you opting for this thing, or you have just had the course?
Ma'am, I had the course only now, but now I'm searching for the job.
Okay, all right. So for example, if you have gotten a job somewhere and you want, to make a suggestion, like, obviously we have some new ideas that if I would do this and what can I do? What something new can I do? So in that case, what suggestion can you give to them? Or if you think like this thing should be done at any cost, what should be that? Or if you think that this thing can wait, or this thing shouldn't be done right now. Yes, Preeti, can you make some sentences?
Ma'am, I'm thinking.
Okay, you're thinking. I hope these are not very difficult for you people, because since we're doing a bit, we have jumped to an advanced thing now, so we have to focus on all these areas as well. Yes, any progress in making sentences?
Yes, ma'am, I am making the last one.
Yes.
Ma'am, making suggestion sentences I have done.
Okay, good. Yes, Lima.
We should run some ad campaigns for targeted audience.
Very good. Okay, you can
I
use the word we ought to instead of should. You can use the word ought to. It's a more professional.
Ma'am, can
I
I make?
think
Yes, Preeti, I think let Rima finish first and then I'll move
Okay,
towards
okay,
Preeti.
sorry.
we run ads in our limited budget.
I think we should run ads in our limited budget. Okay. So you have made
We
two sentences. Yes,
we might some new we might want some new designs for our post.
we might want to consider some new designs for our post.
We
इतनी
might to
phrase आपने
consider.
use करनी है. We might want to consider. Okay. Good. Good, Rima. Good effort. Yes, Preeti.
I think we ought to give a chance to this person,
Excellent. Very good.
and we have to improve our company management.
Excellent. We have to improve our company match. Means you are showing an obligation. Very good. Yes.
And my company is full now. Don't rush.
Hmm. My company is full now. Don't rush.
Now don't make rush.
Now don't make a rush. Okay. It's also good. Okay. Very good. Okay. Yes. So you have made sentences in all the three areas. Okay. Now Rima is left with the two areas to show obligation and negative statements.
Ma'am, I understood that you said each making three sentences. That's why I'm making only one.
Okay. So, but still you can try. These are not difficult.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Rima.
To show obligation, we have to be limited for our budget,
Okay.
and negative statement, we don't need to take risk for our good posting.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. So now, like, like in a meeting, if you have to, basically, obviously, we have our own point of views and we need to speak them out. But how to speak them out? Now, you know the phrases, how to start your sentence, like in a very good way, in a professional manner. Okay. So then coming towards if you have to agree or disagree with someone else's suggestion, like for example, in a meeting, both of you are there and Preeti gave us a suggestion and Rima agrees with that. So how you can say it, like to show your agreement? You can simply say, I agree with, like to start, you can say, I agree with, or that sounds good, or let's go with this idea, means like we should start to implement this idea. Or like you can say, to be honest, I'm not sure about this idea. Good suggestion, but I can see a few problems. I see your point. However, okay, this one is actually to disagree, right? To disagree. Or you can say, I see your point. However, इसको आप कैसे बना सकते हैं? I see your point. However, I don't think advertising in a magazine is a good idea. people don't read them as often these days. Okay. So, okay, so what we can do is like right now we can have a very small kind of a dialogue in which you people, one of you can suggest something like we should go with this thing, and the other person can like disagree, and then the person who suggested can, you know, basically negotiate, or she can convince the other person that why she wants to implement this thing. So, what topic should we have in this case, in which both of you can, you know, speak up? Which topic is easier for you to give a suggestion than to disagree with it?
Social media.
Okay, both of you know about it, then yes, we can go with it. Okay, so who is going to give the suggestion? Who is going to disagree then? Is Preeti
What
going to
did you
give the
say,
suggestion?
ma'am?
Yes, Preeti, what are you saying?
मैम जो रीमा बोले.
Okay, I think Rima is going to give a suggestion and you have to disagree with it. Okay, Preeti?
Okay. Yes.
All right. Yes, Rima, let's start.
Okay, hello Preeti.
Hello Rima, how are you?
I'm fine. Okay. I think we should
Okay, let's start the meeting first, like formally, like you said, hi, hello, but introduction. I am Rima, you know, I'm this. Then Preeti would introduce
Ma'am, how
herself.
can we start our topic?
Exactly. Introduce yourself first, and then because Rima is going to conduct the meeting because she's giving the suggestion. So she can start off like this. Today, I'm going to discuss something about, or I'm here to give you some suggestions regarding, you know, social media. So if you have any concerns, if you have any feedback, I would love to hear your feedback or your follow up. Like if you disagree, then please let me know. You know, Rima can start off like this. क्योंकि जब मीटिंग कोई भी स्टार्ट होती है हमेशा पहले उनको एक बताते हैं कि आज का हमारी मीटिंग का एजेंडा क्या है, मैं किस बारे में बात करूंगी, ठीक है, और उसके बारे में आपका फीडबैक जो है वो कितना इम्पोर्टेंस रखता है जो मीटिंग कंडक्ट कर रहा है. I hope Rima understands my point. Yes, Rima, are you ready to conduct the meeting? Rima has become silent. Yes, Rima.
ma'am, thinking that how to do and what to do.
I've just given you some points, what you can say in the start.
Okay. Hello Preeti.
Hello Rima.
I'm Rima and I am a digital marketer, and I want to I conduct a meeting for a purpose, and that purpose is that I want to run ad campaigns in the social media, that how we can run ad campaigns in a good way in social media, and we targeted the best audience. So that's why I want to give some suggestions, and then let me know about your feedback, that what is your feedback about it. My first suggestion is that I want to that we can make a best post as a write a few blogs on the post, and it's too attractive blog posts so that we target the audience, and write some articles about our products that makes the people to convince them that what convince about our product, that what's the features in that product, and that how they can buy them. Now, what's
Okay.
your feedback and what you suggest about it?
Okay, so that sounds really good. And nowadays, the social media is really on a boost level. If we do that, so our work really on a growth.
Okay, good.
And I really appreciate your work that we can post.
Yes, no, it's okay. Then we have to make now done that thing, and we have to work on it.
Okay, let's go with this idea.
Okay, thank
Very
you.
good, very good. So it means that Preeti actually agreed with what Rima was trying to say. I wanted you to disagree, but she agreed. Okay, no issues. But both of you, I liked the way Rima started off the meeting. She was confident. She was conveying everything like in a very positive way. And yes, I was able to, she was able to convince actually that we should go with this thing and why. She had her own logics as well. And Preeti, I really like the way you agreed. You used very good phrases, and even like with in the end, you said, okay, let's go with the idea. Me that you are ready to implement whatever she has suggested. So it was good, a very good dialogue at both of your ends. I really like it. Okay, so now coming towards one more thing, that okay, for example, if you have to ask questions in a meeting, so how you have to ask questions, for example, if like, for example, coming back to Rima again, like Rima was conducting the meeting, but Preeti has some question in her mind. So how she can ask those questions in a meeting? So you can start off like this, like I have a question, like just to, gain their attention. You can say, I have a question, why is, and then you can, put your question after this phrase. Or if you want, basically you want to, understand the thing again, you were unable to understand something, okay, you can narrate the point again. Does this mean that? And then you can, go after this as well. Or you can say, excuse me, again to gain attention, how will the new requirements affect the project deadline? I've given you an exemplary question. Or you can also start like this, sorry to interrupt, but I have a question. Does this mean that the new IT systems won't be in place this year? So you can see like if like there was some suggestion, and like the meeting points were declared, and you had an impression, okay, like agar ye hoga to means कि हम ये नहीं कर सकेंगे. So means you can start, does this mean, क्या इसका ये मतलब है? And जो आपको समझ में आ रहे हैं, and then you can, quote whatever you have understood up till now in the meeting. So this is how you can basically, put some questions in a meeting. Okay, so now what we can do is you can take a minute quickly, and then, basically you have to practice, like tell me a question, and then asking for clarification. Like you have to make two questions, one a simple question, and second one is if you want the other person to clarify you, which you didn't understand anything. So there has to be two questions. A simple question, like if you want to put something, ask something, and if you want the person to clarify you anything which you didn't understand. So let's see how you design these two questions. You can use these phrases. I have these in front of you. You can use them. Yes, who is going to start first? If you are done, then please let me know.
I have a question, Rima.
Yes.
Do you think people have get attractive with our idea?
Yes, because we post good blogs on our social media platforms on different media like Facebook and Instagram. Then people read it, and I'm sure it will work.
Sorry to interrupt again, but what will be the requirement?
Our requirement is that we need some good content writers for blog posting and articles, for writing articles. So we have to look, mm, we should hire some content writers for that work.
All right, good, good, good. Both of you, Preeti asked good questions, and Rima was there to clarify them like very clearly. There was no ambiguity left once she answered the question. And yet, Preeti, you asked very good questions as well. So, okay, I'm really glad. Okay, so now let's do something interesting. We all have difficulties in prepositions. So I'm going to tell you clearly today about like which prepositions go with which kind of things. Like for example, the first one is at. So at goes with adjectives in which actually like you are going to describe something like good, bad, amazing, brilliant, terrible, like feelings, to talk about skills and abilities. So like for example, he's really good at English. So English is obviously a skill. So he's telling about his skill and if he's good or bad. So we're going to use the preposition at with good. Or she's amazing at the piano. You can see again like it's a skill, and she's amazing at the piano. Or they are terrible at organizing thing. I'm not very good at drawing. So you can see like all these words: bad, good,
Ate the
amazing, brilliant,
piano.
terrible. Yes, Preeti?
Ma'am, ate the piano.
Yes, she's amazing at the piano. The piano means like the specific piano which she plays, because there are many different kinds of pianos. So any specific piano which she plays really well, so they've specified that piano actually. Or you can say she's amazing at playing piano. Like if the piano, like if she is good in playing any piano, so yes, you can say at playing piano, right? Okay, so I hope both of you get it, that we use at with good, bad, amazing, brilliant, terrible, these adjectives if we have to describe about some skill or ability. So yes, let's quickly use all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 adjectives in sentences and use the preposition at with them. Yes, Preeti, let's start with you quickly. What are you good at? What are you bad at?
I am
Amazing.
re- I am really good at typing.
I'm really good at typing. Good.
She is amazing at cooking.
Very good.
And they are terrible at organizing everything.
Very good. They're terrible at organizing anything. Okay.
I am I am good at driving.
I'm good at driving. So you see,
Driving.
like with these words, if you have to express your ability or skill, so we are going to use the preposition at. Yes, Rima, your turn.
He is good at driving.
Very good.
She is amazing at swimming.
Hmm.
He is bad at writing.
Okay.
They are terrible at organizing a meeting.
Okay. All right. Now we have understood where we use preposition at. Now next one is preposition about, where we use about. So if you have to express like your feelings, like angry, excited, happy, nervous, sad, stressed, worried. So with these adjectives, we use about. For example, I'm angry about the decision. He is nervous about the presentation. She's excited about the new job. They were worried about the exam. So all your feelings, they always use a preposition about with them. So now it has become easier for you to relate and to use the correct preposition now. Yes, Preeti, use all the adjectives in your sentences using about.
He's nervous about the driving.
Okay, he's nervous about driving. We won't say the driving.
He ner- I nervous about my cooking.
Very good.
She excited about knowing her new job.
She is excited.
She is excited about knowing her new job. He worried about the exam.
She is worried about.
About the exam.
Okay, about her exams. Okay, good, good. Yes, Rima. Yes, Rima, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. I'm angry about uh, I'm angry about little things.
I'm angry about little things. Okay.
It he is nervous about his interview.
Very good.
I'm excited about to watch the serial.
I'm excited. I'm excited about the serial. अब यहाँ पे आप watch नहीं लगाएंगे, ठीक है? I'm excited about the serial. ठीक है, okay. All right. So we have done two, at and about. So at is used with what? When you are expressing your ability or skills, how are you in those ability or skills? So we use at, and for expressing our feelings, we use about. Okay. Third one is off. Where do we all use off? Okay, sometimes we use off with the feelings. Sometimes, for example, these are the words with which we use off. She was afraid of. Afraid के साथ आप about नहीं करेंगे. She was afraid about, she was afraid of telling her mom. I'm frightened of having an accident. ठीक है, यहाँ भी I'm frightened about नहीं आएगा. He is scared of flying. ठीक है, so you can see all these three are related to fear: afraid, frightened, scared. So you can remember this thing, like all the three words for expressing fear, we use off with them. And the last one is we always use off with proud. You should be proud of your progress. We don't say you should be proud about your progress, right?
Frightened
So,
mean
sorry, frightened means डरना. मुझे डर लग रहा है अपने एक्सीडेंट से. मुझे डर लग रहा है कि मेरा एक्सीडेंट कहीं हो ना जाए. ठीक है, it can be used in both the things, but frightened means डर लगना. मुझे डर है. ठीक है. So the first three words show fear, and the last one is very easy, proud of. Okay, so let's use these, make your own sentences using afraid, frightened, scared, and proud.
I am afraid of telling my number.
Very good.
She was frightened of having an accident.
Very good.
I scared of rate.
Sorry.
I scared of rate.
I am. Okay, I am scared of rats.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel proud when
I feel proud when.
such things.
Okay. You can say I'm proud of, and what you're proud of, you can add after that?
I'm proud of taking these classes.
I'm proud of taking language classes. ठीक है? It's better if you specify. ठीक है. Good, good. Yes, Rima.
She is afraid of telling the horror story.
Mm-hmm.
I am frightened of jumping from this edge.
Okay.
He is scared of my anger.
Okay.
I feel proud of Pakistan.
I feel proud of Pakistan or I feel proud of being a Pakistani. ये दो different sentences बनेंगे.
I feel proud of Pakistani is wrong.
Of being a Pakistani. क्योंकि देखिए आप अपने बारे में बता रही है
Okay.
ना. Of being a Pakistani. All right. Good, good. Okay. So what impression I am getting from Rima is that Rima is very strict towards her kids. Is that so, Rima? And you really get angry quickly when if something doesn't go right.
Ma'am, I'm restricted when they not according to my uh, you can say they're not obeying my order.
Okay, they don't obey you, then you become strict. Okay.
And
Otherwise, you are. Uh-huh.
I'm angry like when things are not going right. I feel irritation.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, the next one is the preposition to. To. So to is basically used to show the connection between people or things. Right? For example, he is married to the director. अब देखिए यहाँ पे कौन लोग आ गए? There are two people, he and director. So there's a connection, and the connection is being showing through, the marriage, and we are using to after that. I am addicted to my phone. So there are two things, like two nouns, I and phone. So इनके बीच में connection कैसे हो रहा है with the preposition to? I am allergic to nuts. Again, I and nuts, we have two nouns. We are connecting them using the preposition to. It's similar to the old one. It's old one, and we are adding to in between. So I hope this thing is clear. Okay, so I want you people to make like your sentence of your own. Don't use these words: married, addicted, allergic, or similar to. If you want to use, you can also use, but try to connect two nouns and add the preposition to in between. Yes, Preeti, would you like to try first? Okay, so let me tell you your assignment as well. For this week, it's an easier one. We have learned about our introduction up till now. But now, in the next week, you have to introduce yourself, and you also have to introduce your family. Like, for example, like you have gone somewhere and your family is with you, or you're telling someone about your family. So, how would you introduce your family to, anyone else? Or to me? Obviously, you have to introduce your family to me. So basically you have to tell me like about everything, like who is in your family. You can even go to your extended family as well, you know like about your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, or even someone towards your parents side or your husband's side. So like just to actually let's see how you express your relationships and how you describe your family, right? So this is your task for next week. And plus, every day which you told me, you also have to listen to your respective things which you like to listen in English. And you have to tell me, like on Thursday, obviously we're going to have uh, 6 days in between. So you have to tell me for all the 6 days, what did you listen, and how did that impact in your listening, right? I want the listening audios to be told by you for all the 6 days as well, right? Okay. Yes, Preeti.
सेल्फ इंट्रोड्यूस भी करना है.
Sorry.
इस फर्स्ट असाइनमेंट क्या थी?
First one is you have to introduce your family, yourself and your family. In your family, you can go to extended ones as well if you want to. Like आपकी immediate family तो आएगी, for example, your siblings, your mother, your father, but like extend family, कि आपकी father side पे लोग family कैसी है, what do they do, and towards your mother's side, you can tell me like about their studies, if someone has done really good studying, about their occupation, and when you meet together, how is the relationship between all of you. So आपने एक छोटा सा introduction बताना है मुझे, not इतना छोटा भी नहीं, but it should be a bit long, so that I'll see how you introduce your family in English. ठीक है? Yes, okay, coming back to this prepositions part. So who has made sentences using preposition to? Yes, is it that difficult?
Can I make?
Sure, yes, Preeti.
It's my first visit to Tokyo.
Okay. Yes. Just one sentence,
His,
or you want to make more, one more?
his
I think we should have.
reaction to his reaction to his sorry, I can write it. His reaction to his behavior was so funny.
Very good, very good. Okay. Yes, Rima.
I don't made new connection. I just from these I made sentences.
Okay, sure, you can go on.
Mm, she is married to her cousin.
Very good.
He is addicted to playing games.
Very good.
I am allergic to pollen season.
Okay.
Similar. It's similar. He is similar to his mother.
He is similar to his mother. ठीक है. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's do one more preposition then. To. So basically, to is used to talk about someone's behavior. To talk about someone's behavior towards someone else, right? Like if you have discussed like how was his behavior towards some other person, then we use to in between. For example, they were really friendly to me. So you are discussing that they were friendly towards you. So आप discuss कर रहे हैं उनका behavior. Or was he nice to you? Or he is always polite to everyone? Or she was very rude to the waitress. So behavior को discuss करने के लिए कि किसी का behavior कैसा है आपके साथ या किसी के साथ, we use to in between. Okay, so let's quickly make sentences with the same words: friendly, nice, polite, and rude. Yes, Preeti.
My friend was very rude to his parents.
Good.
They were always polite to everyone.
All right.
My best friend mother is always nice to me.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Yes, Rima.
I'm friendly to everyone.
Very good.
She is very nice to me.
Very good.
He is rude to his friend.
Good.
Mm, mm,
Polite.
Like, um, please speak politely to please speak politely to everyone.
Or you can simply say he's polite to everyone. Simply like he speaks politely means obviously polite means that he is speaking politely, right? So you don't need to add the verb speak before that, right? Okay, so up till now, any questions which you people have? Is everything clear to you? Do you want to ask anything? Any feedback? You're most welcome. We have done different prepositions. We have done user preposition to. Then we have done the preposition. Okay. Yes, to, of, about, and at. We have done 4 prepositions. Then we will be going to discuss these listening activity, inshallah, in the next week. And then we discussed many things about how to attend a meeting actually, how to give you introduction, how to make suggestions, how to agree, how to disagree, and then how to ask questions. And then, yes, we discussed 10 phrases today if we have to express our extreme emotion. So I would want all of you to please go through them because there are some very interesting phrases in this, and you need to revise all of them. And thank you, Rima, for
Ma'am,
always. Yes, Preeti.
please share the slides today in the group.
Yes, I'm saying this thing that I really acknowledge your patience that you have to bear, and Rima is always there to, basically recalling this thing that I have to send those slides. So I would appreciate if you will again, tell me the same thing today. Inshallah, I'll try my level best to send them today, inshallah. And I really apologize that I always send the slides late. I'm really sorry for that.
It's
All
okay,
right.
ma'am.
All right. So any question, anything, any query? And thank you, both of you. I'm glad that you people are gaining confidence. And Preeti, if obviously, if something is not appropriate, then please, I hope you don't, take anything to your heart. If I if I tell you that okay, you have to do this thing again. But
No,
both of
no,
you are really really improving. Alhamdulillah, it's really good to see both of you like making different sentences and opting new things. So inshallah, but please keep on practicing the whole week, and you have to listen different audios as well. All right. Okay, so I won't take much of your time. Take care. Inshallah, see you again on Thursday with your assignments. If you have to ask anything, you can ask in the group. I'm always available to answer. Thank you. Take care and Allah Hafiz.